Hey girlfriend, so this is a 4-day-old Twistout, and I'm going to show you exactly how I preserve my curl definition even overnight for up to a week without rewetting my hair or retwisting, because really, who has time for that? And you can use this technique on twist outs, braid outs, and wash and goes. So I've been getting a lot of messages across different platforms asking me how I preserve my twist out styles, and I'm going to show you the exact technique today. And I want you to stick around to the end because not only am I showing you this technique, but also suggestions on the type of products that I use so that you can preserve definition and make styling easier. Let's get into it. Okay, first things first, you need to start with quality satin or silk scrunchies. I picked up a package of silk scrunchies, a 60 count off of Amazon, and I'll be sure and place the link in the description. But the reason why I need new ones is because I'm a girl mom and they end up missing and all over the house, and I needed to start over with a brand new pack. Now these are very inexpensive. They come vacuum sealed, they're lightweight, and really good material. You also want to grab a satin bonnet. Any satin bonnet will do. I prefer this reversible one with the 2 straps so I can tie it on my head securely so it doesn't slip off in the middle of the night. Okay, let's get started. So for this technique, you are going to be creating sections in your hair. They do not have to be perfect. You want to grab a handful like I'm doing here and kind of make sure that you're not creating extra frizz. Look for where your hair naturally falls and grab a handful of your curls. See, I even found a twist that I didn't even untwist. So having thick hair has its disadvantages. Like I don't even know where that came from. But so I'm trying to allow my curls to separate naturally and to gather a handful, and I will secure that section and wrap it twice around the base just to establish my first section. So this is going to be the size that I'm going to mimic around my head. Now, the amount of sections that I create really depend on my style. You see, I have a flat twist this time in front of my hair, so it will be less sections. Normally when I have a full twist out, there are more sections, obviously, because more hair is out. So it really just depends on the amount of sections based on your style, but it's the exact same technique, even with braid outs and wash and goes. So here's what the back looks like. No, it's not perfect because it's supposed to be a fluff and go situation in the morning, as I'll show you. But I'm going to take the back section and do the exact same thing, securing the base with the first scrunchie, making the section as even as possible with the other 2. Now that I have all the sections that I'm going to use for the night, now it's time to stack my scrunchies, and this is how I stack them. In the first section, I take a scrunchie and I put it right next to the base scrunchie, as you can see, and I wrap it twice, just like the base. So you want each scrunchie that you stack on top of the other to be right next to it and wrapped twice. So you're doing the exact same thing, and you can go as far down the section as you want. For me, I'm going to do 4. I found that 4 is a good number in order for me to maintain my stretch while also preserving my curl pattern. I also have tried to do the same technique all the way down the strand of my hair, and it created less definition. So I found that 4 is a good number for me in order to maintain definition. Then I repeat the exact same thing on every single section. And the most important thing when doing this technique is making sure that you are repeating the exact same thing. You don't want one side of your hair to be stretched more than the other, or awkward creases in the morning, because you want a fluff and go situation, as you'll see. I'll be honest, when I'm doing this at night, it's low-key satisfying because I get to play with colors and stack. I don't know if it's just something you can kind of zone out on, but it's a little satisfying for me to keep stacking scrunchies. Okay, so we're putting the final scrunchie on, and these are the results. No, it's not the prettiest, but I promise you will love me in the morning. Just wait and see. Each one of them are even, each one of them are stretched, and I left the ends out just so that we can preserve a little more curl definition. So what you're going to do next is grab your satin bonnet. A question that I hear normally is it uncomfortable to sleep with your hair in those sections? I find it very comfortable, and I think it has a lot to do with the material of the satin bonnet and the silk scrunchies. They're really soft, they feel pillowy, and no matter how I sleep, my hair always turns out right the next morning. So once it's nice and secure, I wash my face and then I'm good to go to bed. But before I say goodnight, I can't wait to show you what I found inside of my 60-ounce silk scrunchie bag. It was storage for all of these scrunchies in a cute hot pink drawstring bag. So not only do you get all these amazing silk scrunchies for a very inexpensive price, but storage as well. I just pull the drawstring shut, store it away, and maybe this time I won't lose so many of them. Good morning, sunshine. No, the sun is not shining actually. It's about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. I have to drop the kids off at school, and you're about to get the real look behind the scenes of what my hair looks like before it ever hits social media. Now, I have to warn you, when you take off your bonnet, you may look at it and say, how? There's no way this is going to look like it's supposed to, but it will. Just work with me, okay? So what you're going to do is decide whether you want to take off one scrunchie at a time or do like I do and just slide all of them off at once. You do not want to manipulate the ends of your hair. This is important because you want to preserve curl definition, but you want to restore volume to your hair like it was on day one style for each section. So you slide off the scrunchies like so. You don't manipulate your ends, but you separate the roots of your hair to restore shape back to your twist out or braid out or wash and go. It's very important to do this technique with each and every section because you don't want one side frizzier than the other, or you don't want one more voluminous than the other. You want to restore the hairstyle back to as if it was day one of styling. After you're finished taking down your scrunchies, you may notice some spacing like this. Don't panic, just grab your rat tail comb or your pick, and we're going to start fluffing out the roots in the areas where we need to cover up spaces. Just essentially reshaping your hair from the root and still not touching the ends of your hair. Once you're done reshaping your curls, you're good to go. This style I have on right now is actually on its day 5, and I realized right around my flat twist, my edges were a lot more frizzy than I liked. So I first decided I'd just go ahead and add a little bit of edge gel, but when I saw that wasn't working, I just said, you know what, we're not re-flat twisting because I'm all about low manipulation. Let's just add a cute scarf, and it worked. Besides using this technique to preserve curl definition and your style, you always need great products to begin with. And I like a medium to firm hold for my thick type 4 hair. So I'm going to suggest to you the top products as a cream, mousse, and a gel that I would suggest to anyone if they're looking for curl definition that lasts. And here they are. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in a tutorial on how I use these products. So if you're not incorporating this technique into your natural hair routine with the right products to help preserve curl definition without re-wetting your hair or retwisting your hair overnight, you could be wasting precious time, friend. Look, I'm all about bringing simplicity back into your natural hair care routine so that you can get back to looking and feeling amazing, enjoying your natural hair journey and not worrying about your natural hair health. So if you found this video helpful and you'd like to see more videos like this one, including natural hairstyle inspiration to keep you inspired, hit subscribe and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.